Hey guys, welcome back to Gun Mode. Today we're going to be installing a model 1907 leather sling.
This day is set upon a mighty endeavor, a struggle to preserve our civilization and to set free a suffering humanity.
Okay guys, so let's start off by making sure we've got all the parts that we need. We've got a upper half, lower half, and two kind of fastener type deals, tighteners. One is larger than the other, okay? So one is a little slightly larger. This is an original WW1 sling. I bought this at the CMP a couple years ago. Shout out to the CMP, 100% guys. Look up that facility. Pretty cool stuff. They got tons of M1 Grand, Springfields, but a lot of times they'll have slings in stock. This one was really great. Just a real shout out before we get started. This sling is in original condition. It looks immaculate. This leather is in really good condition. I treated it with ballistol. Ballistol is great for preserving and protecting all of your firearm needs, including your wood, your metal, and even the leather of your rifle collection. Highly recommend using that. Check out my other video in the description. It's going to actually show you guys basically my deep clean guide to firearms, as well as basically what this before and after of this leather sling look like. So let's go ahead and get started. So first, let's go ahead and do this lower half. Lower half does not get any of these, so let's go ahead and get started on that. You're going to feed this brass part through. Okay, so we're going to leave that sitting like that. Okay, we're going to come back to this piece here in a minute. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to basically lay this thing out. So essentially, this part is going to have to feed in through this part here and then loop around. So let's start off by doing that. But first, I want to take this piece here and have that prepped and ready, so that'll be already in there. We're going to do that right there. Is that what I want? Yes, it is what I want. And then I'm telling you, these slings are a slight bit tricky, but once you get them down, you kind of know where they sit. So see what I did there? So let's just stop and take a feed just a minute, okay? You just take an overview of where we're at. I've got the larger of the two deals still there, okay? So that's where we're at so far. So this part, this is the tail of the upper half is going to go through. Okay, actually, before I do that, I'm going to put this other sling on here. Okay, or this other fastener. Okay, and put that back around there like that. Okay, is that how I want to do it? I think, if I'm not mistaken, that's about right there. And sometimes on these slings they have kind of sweet spots where they've been, you can see where they've been, in the past. So let's do that right there. Okay. All right. So now we tighten this up. All right, so I've got one thing that I need to fix. I need to fix this right here. This needs to be up here. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to undo this real quick. I'm going to feed that down like this. Okay. So that was the only thing I needed to change. We're going to put that. So then that's where we're at, pretty much right there. Now, Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do basically some final adjustments just to make sure this thing's nice and tight. So let's see here. I want to, let's see. We'll tighten this up. Again, I like to find the sweet spot on these older slings so I know where it's been sitting. So that's where I know where I need to kind of go back to. I'm going to tighten that up there. That's already tight. Okay. So that's where the sweet spot used to be. You can kind of tell that pair of hole right there has been kind of used a lot. So it's easier to get it in and out. Okay. Okay. So lastly, we're going to bring the bottom half up. And we're going to put that one right there. Sometimes they just... I'm going to be honest with you guys, I'm not a huge fan of the 1907. All my slings I usually have on my rifles that are World War II slings, I usually get the web sling. But it is what it is. It's a nice sling. It looks good. But that is how you put your sling on your rifle. You guys like and follow for more. I've got tons of stuff coming up. If you guys have questions or want me to do any type of specific video, let me know. Like I said in the description, I actually have a video on what I did to basically clean, preserve, for long-term storage of your leather. This is a 100-year-old sling. Highly recommend you check out my video on what my recommendation is for cleaning and preserving your leather. So that way these slings will be able to be handed down generation to generation. We won't lose another piece of history. So thanks, appreciate it. You guys like and subscribe.